So I have spent over 175 hours over the past 2 months since this tool came out, researching and testing and talking to people to figure out what the best ways and the easiest ways to make money with OpenClaw really are. So these are the 3 easiest ways that I found after all of this time to make money with this tool that literally anybody can do. They are stupidly easy to start. If you don't know what OpenClaw is, it's an AI tool that controls your computer and can do anything that you can do. So if you use it right, you can literally have it doing all of the work for you. And these are the 3 stupid easy ways that I found after all of my time researching and testing that you can start printing with it today. And this is, again, all for beginners. You don't have to be some AI engineer to start any of these. Anybody can do it. First, I'm going to talk about drop servicing, and stick with me on this one because it can scale like crazy. And I've seen people start it and make $2,000 within their first week. So if you don't know what drop servicing is, it's basically when you post listings for jobs and then you hire somebody out to do that and you collect the difference. So in this case, you're going to have OpenClaw create mass business pages on Google all across the country. Now, whether this follows the terms of service, whatever, we're trying to make money here. So you then wait for customers to submit inquiries or call OpenClaw, and then OpenClaw will automatically find a contractor to fulfill the service, and then you're going to collect the difference. So just for example, if I look up painters in Miami, you can see all of these different businesses that are set up, hundreds of different businesses that are most likely looking for jobs. So you're going to find maybe something like this with not that many reviews, and then you're going to contact them. So first you're going to have OpenClaw set up a business page on Google. So if you want it to be, painting, you can do that, and you can have OpenClaw optimize it for all of the SEO, make sure it's ranking high within these, search results. And then you're going to have OpenClaw contact other businesses or other contractors. So if we're using the painting example, contact some of these guys and say, I have a job for you. OpenClaw will say this. OpenClaw can literally call the businesses using an AI voice. So the cool thing about this is that it runs on autopilot forever, so you don't have to mess with it at all once you have it set up. But OpenClaw can take calls from each business page trained on the service provided, so you can run multiple different services at the same time. You can have painting in Miami, and then power washing in Austin, and detailing in San Diego. Like, you can have all of these different business pages set up, and then your OpenClaw voice agent can be trained to answer the phones depending on what business it is, so it can be knowledgeable. After it answers calls and books jobs, it's going to reach out to contractors and make sure the profit margins are favorable. So it's going to discuss pricing, collect payment, and then organize the jobs. So it tells them where to go, what type of job it is, all of this. And all you have to do is sit back and watch it. So again, OpenClaw is going to create business pages on Google. It can also create websites for those businesses very quickly, set up the domains and everything. So it's going to create those pages, and then you can set up a voice agent so it can answer the phones and start booking jobs, and then it will reach out to contractors that can actually fulfill those jobs, and then you're going to collect the difference. So that is drop servicing. It can scale like crazy. I mean, you can imagine you can have different businesses set up all throughout the country, and OpenClaw will run it all on autopilot. So this is probably the highest scaling potential out of all of them that I'm going to go over. But yeah, it's a very, basic business model in the sense that it's been done for a long time in many different industries, but you can really revolutionize it with OpenClaw. The second one is going to be Fiverr automation. So if you don't know what Fiverr is, it's basically a platform where you can list any type of service really, and then people can buy from you, and then you fulfill the service. But the cool thing about OpenClaw is that it can do all of that for you. So if we go into Fiverr right here, and I just looked up outreach, you can see there are thousands of people providing outreach services, and they're doing this manually. So you can use OpenClaw to create a simple gig like I will generate leads for your business, and then when somebody places an order, OpenClaw automatically fulfills it and collects the payment. So instead of spending hours doing it manually, AI is going to do all of the work for you. You are taking advantage of a completely outdated platform and industry. So another cool thing is you can have OpenClaw attached with Nano Banana, for example, and then it can create the product images. It can create the listing images as well as the title and copy, so then it's going to be better optimized than all of these people that are doing the work manually on top of that. So OpenClaw can do the work faster, more effectively, and it's doing all of this on autopilot. So all of these basically, besides the next one that I'm going to show you, that's a little more hands-on and a little more traditional, but these first two run completely on autopilot without you really having to interfere at all. So this one is very simple. There's not much else to say about that. It may take a little bit of work to set up, but if you want help with that, just check the first link in the description. But let's move on to the third one. Number 3 is going to be Facebook Marketplace flipping. Now, this is probably the oldest side hustle in the book, but you can use AI and OpenClaw specifically to really revolutionize the process. I feel like I'm using that word too much, but it's true. So this one is super easy to start. You're going to have OpenClaw go on Facebook Marketplace and find underpriced or free items, and then you can have it message sellers instantly to try to get deals and lock it in faster than everybody else. So most people are going to manually go on Facebook Marketplace, most of the resellers or flippers out there, and they're going to scroll through and keep scrolling and waste a ton of time looking for a good deal, haggling and negotiating with sellers, and then finally they're going to get their product and then relist it and then hopefully make a little bit of profit. you can have OpenClaw replace this entire process and have it send you text alerts for whenever it gets an item that is going to be above a specific profit goal. So you're going to relist the item for a higher price, just like any reseller would, and then you're obviously going to keep the profit. So this is really cool because it's kind of just taking an old industry and implementing new tech into it. A really old industry that a lot of people are still doing manually. I know people personally, I've tried this personally manually, and OpenClaw really changes the game. I mean, I can just sit back and let it send me a text on my phone whenever it finds me a deal that's actually worth my time, instead of spending hours scrolling through and negotiating. So yeah, this is very cool as well. Again, it'll take a little bit to set up, but once it's set up, all you have to do is sit back and wait for those text alerts to come in. So really all of these are simple. You're just using OpenClaw to find opportunities, automate the work, and then collect the money from it. But most people struggle with actually getting it set up and running properly without facing any issues or without running into problems that prevent it from running on autopilot. So if you want the exact setups for these, how you can get OpenClaw running for you within the next 24 hours and start making money with any of these methods or more, I broke everything down step by step inside of my school. It's very affordable and it has all of the content that you need to set up OpenClaw literally step by step. Like all you have to do is follow that and then you can have these up and running in the next day. That's going to be the link in the description. If you guys want to check that out, just click that. And there's a video on there that you can watch. And yeah, I hope to see you guys inside. But if not, I hope this gave you some ideas. Hope you're able to start making money with these quickly, or maybe if not with these, with any others. But I'm going to see you guys in the next one, and let me know if you want me to go more in depth with drop servicing specifically, because I think that one has a lot of scaling potential. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.